Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Down Now podcast. My name is Brendan. I'm kind of the host around here, but just slightly. With me, I've got Hunter and Stefan. Hopefully you'll figure it out by the end of the podcast which one's won. And today we're going to be talking about lots of shit. Stuff happened. Go.
When is Hunter going to do the introduction?
Never.
Because I did it.
Do you want to restart?
We'll try it some. We don't want. We'll save it for the next time. It's a teaser for next time.
Okay.
Because I'm not feeling. I mean, I'm nasally right now and fucking dying.
Why are you nasally?
And fucking dying.
I don't know, just at work. I've been working every day for 10 hours.
So
10 or 11 hours.
The usual.
The usual. It's killing me more than it normally does.
That's okay.
I had because I've been inhaling a lot more stuff.
My dad, he was complaining that he was nasally, and he told me it was just the pollen, which I thought was interesting because it affected him before he got up, before he went outside. And he's like, I woke up this morning and the pollen just got me, and I'm like, we don't open our windows at night. It's cold. How did the pollen get you in our nice house?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It is odd.
I used to have really bad allergies, but I don't know. Recently, everyone's been bitching, and I've just been like, "What are you guys talking about?"
I think you adapt. Yeah. I think that's what's happened.
I think that's literally
you adapt
what it is,
and survive. You know what I mean?
Well, what happened to me is I was using the I mean, it's
well,
not.
You probably have hay fever or some shit.
No, well, I was. It was the first day I was using the string trimmer, and I was cutting some weeds by the thing. But I'm short. If anybody who knows me,
He's about 4'3".
Yeah, exactly.
With hairy toes.
Exactly. I don't wear shoes, and I was cutting them, and that shit just. I learned very quickly. You want to close your mouth because.
Hold on. You thought you could trim something with your mouth open?
I wasn't. I was just because normally I don't know. I like to I don't know. I just like to breathe through my mouth mostly, but
mouth breather.
Yeah, I'm a mouth
fucking
breather.
Mouth breather. Jesus.
I have big lungs. I can't get it all through the nostrils. Too small.
Okay.
All right. Moving on to actual news.
Yeah. What are we talking about today?
Oh, I've got everything. It's a fucking
packed show.
It's a packed show. All right, first
it's a barn burner.
Let's cover John Wick 3. Stefan saw it. I saw it. Did you see it, Hunter?
I did see it.
Okay, perfect. What are your thoughts on it?
Who, me?
Yes, you, Hunter.
Start with me, dude. I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I don't know how they've made. It's not that it's better than 1 or 2. It's that it's the same. It's exactly what I wanted more of, because I think 1 and 2 are just awesome, perfect action films, and I think this just hit that same standard.
I disagree. Yeah, no, I went and saw it with Nathan, and we both hated
Nathan
it.
Was down?
Yeah, he was only down for 2 days, really. And one of them, he was at his parents' house all day.
Okay.
I like how you say down, but he lives below us.
He's below us.
Yeah. He lives in the basement.
Down and out, you're down and out.
He finally got out of the mines. Brought him in. He got his visa. Lucifer gave it to him. He's like, all right, you can go back for a day. He's like, oh, thanks, boss. Yeah, no.
They said that they could. He said that God's child could walk the earth for 2 more days.
There's one word I'd describe Nathan. It is not God's child.
And he'll be in a future podcast.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Probably something stupid. Maybe anime.
He'll appear.
He will appear one day.
A wild Nathan has appeared.
Like a Pokemon, yeah. Like a wild Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get it.
You didn't like it?
Yeah, no, I didn't like it. I'm not sure if it's just me being me, or if I actually didn't like it and I have real problems with it. So I just want to hear, why do you guys like it so much? Or not so much, but why do you guys like it? Because I know Stefan likes it too.
Stefan, is there anything that you really want to get off your chest, Stefan?
It's been a week. To be honest, I haven't really thought about it that much. I mean, I love the movie, watching it, but it's got the same syndrome that the Mission Impossible films have. I have a blast watching them, and then on the car ride home, I just begin to start to forget stuff about the movie.
You see, I had the same problem with Mission Impossible Fallout. I didn't even like it.
Oh, really?
So I'm starting to think it might be just me. But Hunter, what did you really like about it so much?
I mean, I just thought I thought the fighting choreography. I mean, granted, it's not always going to be perfect, but I think for at least Western film or whatever, the fighting choreography is the best
I
could
don't think
possibly get.
any American is ever gonna make a better fighting
No.
scene than
And
the John Wick.
It rivals that of some excellent, like Eastern
Example?
filmmaking. I think it is similar, like in quality to like The Raid.
I would
Now,
say
you-
discount.
You know though, it's very
It is
I
discount.
it's hard
I
to
would
say
say
it's as good
discount.
as the Raid because the Raid's fucking amazing.
The Raid is amazing. I mean,
But
it doesn't. I don't.
I
I
mean,
don't say
one of the
rivals, I think it
actors
gets
from the
close.
Raid was in that movie, so
Yeah.
Have you all seen the second Raid?
I haven't seen the second.
I
one.
can't find one that's not in Spanish.
I have a Blu-ray. I'll
Oh, okay. Thank
We'll
you.
have to watch it.
I'll have to watch
yeah,
it.
it's really good. So
Yeah,
it's
I've
longer.
never seen
but
it because every time I found one, and when I say find, I mean illegally, it's always in Spanish or in like a really bad dub in English, and I just can't find one that has subtitled English.
Yeah,
So, thanks, internet.
yeah.
All right,
Sorry,
I'll start. Like, I really, I don't know. The first third of the movie, I can break up John Wick 3 into like 3/3.
Yeah.
The first third I thought was quite good. It was basically John Wick 2 for the first third of the movie. Just more of the same, more of the stuff you like. I really like
I like
the
him on the run. Like when it's ticking down and he's just getting
and
patched
they
up.
have
and it's like,
they have the best joke ever with where they reference the good, the bad, and the ugly when he like puts the gun back together but listens to the not the cylinder. Is that the cylinder?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the
he
cylinder.
listens to the cylinder, which actually doesn't do anything. You don't need to do that.
No.
It's just something the actor made up on the set of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. But that was my first clue that they didn't know like ballistics anymore.
Oh.
Because it gets and this will get kind of spoilery. So spoiler. Leave.
Well, would you still say go see it just to watch it, or would you say just stay away from it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, I'm so conflicted on if I actually didn't like it or not still.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure if it's just me. So, and I really like that joke. Like, me and Nathan both got it instantly, and we lost our shit. But it was a hint that I didn't see coming. I never saw it coming. So, and then, like, that third of the movie ends. I had almost no problems with it. It was all good. The second third, which is when he's in Morocco, and he goes to Casablanca, and then Halle Berry's there, and we're stopped watching John Wick 3, and we're watching Halle Berry for 30 minutes. And I'm not kidding you. John Wick becomes a side character. Halle Berry becomes the main character for some reason. Just and it feels like they just shoved it in. You know, it feels like I watched 3 different movies. The first one was John Wick 2. The second one was Halle Berry and her dogs do stuff. And the third one was they don't know how to make a John Wick movie.
Okay.
Because that second part, I didn't come to a movie that said Halle Berry. I came to John Wick.
Right.
And another. Oh, actually, I should before that. The Adjudicator. I really liked the Adjudicator. I think that was great.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I actually really like the Adjudicator. I like her. I like only specifically the first scene she's in. When she goes and meets up with the Japs, and apparently the Japanese people are the coolest people ever that we've never seen before. Totally ruined the world building. Totally. And here's one of the biggest problems I have with John Wick 3. John Wick isn't cool anymore. What's the point of having a guy named the fucking Boogeyman if everyone's just as cool as him? They ruined their own world building at like every turn. Like they're like, you're like, oh, he's the Boogeyman. And like I want to point out in John Wick 2 when he went to Italy, they were scared he was gonna kill the Pope. The fucking Pope.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's some
That's
fucked.
right. I
Like
loved
if
that.
you think somebody who can kill the Pope, the Vatican City is one of the most protected places in the earth. That's fucking ridiculous. And they thought he could do it. And all of a sudden, Halle Berry's sitting there with 2 dogs, and she can do everything he can do. And then all of a sudden, there's these Japanese people who don't even need guns, and they're like way better than John Wick. They just make John Wick not a fucking boogeyman anymore.
I would counter to that by saying that I don't think watching John Wick be a god for 3 movies is compelling. Maybe 1 movie,
You
2,
guys did
but
see the other 2,
third
right?
film.
Well, but by the third one, it's been only like
You-
2 weeks, and he's
you
non-stop been running.
You
around.
gotta nerf him a little bit, and
No,
I
that's
think
not the point.
it worked
John.
organically.
I like.
No.
I thought it worked.
It didn't
I
even
think
work
him being
organically
like
in the
that
movie. Like, all right,
I
so
don't know.
so I missed this because I had to take a piss. How did he get to Morocco? He took a boat, right?
Yeah, he went.
Do you
back
guys
to,
know how long a boat from New York to Morocco is?
I don't know.
Well,
That's like a
just-
week or 2 week trip. That's not a day trip. That's like a That's a trip.
I
By
don't
boat?
think. I think they did say it was time jump.
I don't even remember. That's
'Cause
no. I was there
remember
when
they
it
were
got to
talking-
Morocco. They
they were
didn't
talking-
have a time jump on screen, but that's a time jump.
But they were talking to Lawrence Fishburne, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Your
Oh,
days are up now."
Yeah.
So that was kind of your little clue
yeah,
there.
okay. That makes sense.
But still, that was 7 days, and I
Dude,
don't know.
here's like let me get more into this. All right. So
Okay.
as the movie goes on, well, and like the best thing is they can't decide if he's a god or not. If they went, oh, he's an old man now, I'd be like, meh. But if they continued doing that, I'd be like, okay, like Logan. I wasn't like super excited that he was an old man, but they kept with it, and I kind of liked it in the end. But John Wick, they can't decide if he's tired or if he's the badass. By the time it gets to the finale, which that has so many problems. So they introduce the body armor people, right? Who have apparently, and we've seen this. There's people with armor. John Wick has a suit of it, and I'm like, okay, I can accept that. But the way they fight him is just retarded. First, they're like, all right, here, have this 45 with hollow points, and I'm like, that's not gonna help you. That's not armor. Nope.
right, yeah.
Bad. Negative. And they're like, here's this pistol round AR. And I'm like, yeah, that won't help you either. That's an MPX, by the way, he uses at first. And then when they go back, they go for shotguns with slugs. And I'm like, that's not how you get armor piercing.
Yeah.
You can't just
it
put a
depends on what
bigger...
slugs you're using.
Yeah, I do agree, but even then, that's not really how that works. And they have a lot of problems with ricochet. Like, if you're running at a person and bullets are bouncing off of them, do not run at them. That's just gonna get you killed.
Yeah. Well, the main thing is that although, if he's shooting him in the head, it's the thing still absorbing the impact. But
Well, yeah, they
when
get
you're
knocked
getting
down. They're
multiple hits-
like, oh.
Well, but I mean, like, your head's still shaking. The force is still being applied. It's not
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's just that the force is still being applied. It's just absorbing it, but it's still, so the guys, although it's not penetrating them, they probably have brain damage and wouldn't be able to move because their skull.
Not
their
even.
brain
Well,
is
no,
being
they don't
rattled.
even do that. They don't even
No,
do that.
I
They
mean, that's the
they
thing.
said on John Wick the way he has to kill him when he has the pistol is he basically just shoots them harder.
Shoots 'em in
Is
the-
what I'd
yeah.
call it, because he's like shoots him one ricochet, shoots him twice ricochet, shoots him third time blood comes out. And I'm like, well, that's arbitrary.
I don't know. Well, he would run up and like pull open their neck and then start firing under their neck.
And sometimes he'd do that, but other times he'd just shoot harder at their fucking helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That bit of choreography was a bit meh.
I mean,
I will admit that was
was
the
the-
weakest.
it
That was the
was
weakest
the weakest
choreography
part,
for me.
but I think it was the funnest part for me because, like, at that point, I was like,
it did.
I don't care
I
that
will
it doesn't
agree.
make sense.
It did add a lot of tension and drama that I liked.
Yeah.
And then
I
they
just
get
thought it
to,
was fun.
and I have another problem with this. The guy who's supposed to be like the Japanese leader or whatever, the Yakuza leader or whoever these fucks are supposed to be, he just does not fit in John Wick's world at all.
Oh,
He is so non-fitting.
he was my favorite character.
He was.
well,
yeah,
no,
I don't
like, all right, I want to point this out. What is the thing they say in John Wick all the time?
know. They say a lot of shit.
Yeah. Be seeing you. Be seeing you.
Yeah.
Think about that. Think about what that, like, there's a lot of, like, nobility. There's a lot of, not essence, class and, like, eloquent. It's
Yeah.
very eloquent. And then you have this dude who's like, yo, dog, oh, dude, I'm your biggest fan. When we first introduce him, he's like, oh, watashi wa, oh, you like sushi. And then all of a sudden he's like, yo, dog, what's up? And it's just, it's so off-putting compared to
I don't know,
everyone
that's how
else.
all of them are. Like, in the
I
first
love that.
film, when the cop shows up and like
No,
John
even the
Wick
cop
opens
is
up
like-
the door and he's just like, "Oh, you're working again." I love that.
Well,
like,
yeah, it's
like,
nonchalant,
that
but it's
duality.
not like, yo, dog, yo, you're so fucking
I guess
cool,
it-
and
yeah.
this dog, yo, and it
I think-
feels out of place.
I think it's cool that the reason why they did that one though is they had another generic, silent,
Exactly.
but chivalry.
Like common.
assassin.
You
coming
didn't
after
need
him.
that person.
It would get boring.
You didn't even need
Yeah.
him. You could
You
just
needed
have the
him because who was he
adjudicator.
gonna fight?
Fuck that. Have the adjudicator be a badass. I would have been way better with that chick being a badass. I thought she was
No,
gonna
but
be a badass.
I like
No,
it that
she's
she
just a
wasn't,
pussy.
'cause it just shows that the high table is just they're just fucking pricks.
Well, and let's get to another part is when he gets, like, apparently the person who rules over the high table is some fucking desert mongrel. What the fuck?
Yeah, that didn't make any
Sand
sense.
people.
Yeah, just sand people. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's so dumb. It's so convoluted and dumb. you know, everything else you were like, that makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense, and you're like, what? It's like if I told you, it's like if I told you that the king of the kingdom was in a wheelchair, you'd be like, what? You know, I have a very big problem with this. Just some dude in the desert is the king of all the assassins in the world or whatever, and I'm like,
yeah,
I agree with you there.
that is
the reason the high table worked is because you can have it split either between countries or groups or people who control countries and groups. But if you just have one guy, like even if it was an oil baron, I'd still have a problem. It could have been anybody. If it was just one person, I'd be no. And it also gave him a get out of jail free card. You know, he's just like, oh, I just gotta cut off my finger. Fucking whatever, dude. You know, and it doesn't even seem they didn't even cut off a finger that would like hurt him. If they cut off his index finger so he couldn't shoot, way better, way more drama right there already. Yeah. But no, they're like, yeah, your ring finger.
That's well, yeah, because it's like to symbolize that he can't be married at all. He's a servant to the.
Well, it would have been good if they fucking explained that, but they don't say that. Don't write for the writers.
Yeah, they're just like, we're just gonna go full Assassin's Creed on this shit.
Yeah, and I was just like, that's dumb. And then he gets there, and then Wilson's like, are you gonna kill me or what? And he's like, I guess not. And she's like, okay, I guess we're gonna kill you. And then it happens, and I'm like, this is dumb and convoluted. And then the glass scene with them, oh, that's another part that I hated, is there's a whole bunch of scenes where, like, people are disappearing from behind glass, and I'm like, that's not how glass works. Have these guys ever been in a glass room? Like, they're just like, they'll be sitting there, and they'll go behind a thing, and then they'll disappear, and I'm like, that's definitely not how glass works. It gets a little too anime for my bullshit.
Yeah. There's points where you can tell the movies are being very style over like actual substance or
Well, and then I like
or would be detail or
no style over substance.
More authentic to like what it would really be like.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I completely gave it a pass because
although I liked the fight with the two dudes. That was good.
Oh,
I like that
those
choreography.
Guys were in the raid.
Yeah, those guys were in the raid. Well, I'm not sure about the second guy. I know the long-haired guy was, but I'm not sure about the other guy.
I think will you give me the point that all the fist fights were good? All the actual
just the first one with the book. I loved it.
See, here's my problem: is he gets his ass kicked by these super special Japanese guys we've never seen before and never heard anything about. It'd be different if, like, she threatened somebody and was like, oh, what if I get the Yakuza? And they're like, oh, no, not the Yakuza. But no, she's just, like, hires some random Jap dudes working at a sushi shop. And apparently they're the best ninjas in the world. It's just kind of random. Yeah, the random Japanese dudes who just show up and have nothing behind them. They just show up and start killing people. And I'm like...
Start kicking ass.
It's just... It feels pretty convoluted to me. Like, just, like, it feels like they came out of nowhere. Like, everyone's hunting John Wick, except for these dudes. Apparently they know better or something, you know? Yeah. It doesn't, it feels, I was like, why are they not hunting John Wick? And they see him, they watch the, I think, Italian dudes chase him into the place, and he's just like, we'll stay on our motorcycles, we're gonna go get some sushi, you know, and wait for this chick who we don't know is here yet to come talk to us, you know?
I think you're having problems with the conventions of the story, though. I don't think that it's not necessarily like.
Well, let me point out another thing. At the beginning, he's fighting Triad members, right? We're talking Chinese, Hong Kong bullshit, right? We're talking some Jet Li, Jackie Chan bullshit. And then when he goes up against these, up against these Chinese people who know everything, and then these Japanese dudes who should only be trained in, like, swordship. I'll give him the fighting, the fist fights and stuff. But at the end of the movie, he's just getting his ass kicked. And I'm like, this is Baba Yaga. It'd be the same if, like, it's the same problem I have with kind of superhero movies. Like, you know, you have Batman, and then Superman comes, and you're like, okay.
So would you say this movie betrays his character? Like... It doesn't seem like the same John Wick.
Let me think about it for a second. At the first third, it's definitely John Wick. You know, he's going around. Well, and then I don't get his motivations at all.
It's just survival now.
Yeah, but I'm just confused why it's survival anymore. You know, they don't even mention his wife except for that one part in the library. Yeah. Well, I guess when he meets with the Moroccan king, he says, "I want to live for her," and I'm like, okay, sure, all right, sure. I kind of wish they went somewhere else.
Okay.
That, like, I feel like this could have been way better if it had a different ending, which I'll get to in a second, and just a lot of things. But the main problem I have, one of the biggest problems is I hate when movies kick you in the nuts at the last second, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
And it's just out of nowhere that Wilson betrays his best friend. Or, not, I wouldn't say his best friend, I wouldn't even say that. But he betrays John Wick to keep the hotel. And I'm like, isn't Wilson the guy who gave him 24 hours to live when he wouldn't do that to anyone else? That seems like a betrayal of a character to me. You know, he gave him the time to live, but then when push comes to shove, but he already knew that was going to happen, he's just like, all right, you can, fuck you, boop, boop, boop. And then the black guy's like, very well played. And I'm like, what the fuck? It just, and the sucky thing is, I'm so aware of these now, of the, what do they call them? Subverting your expectations endings. That I saw it right when John Wick came out onto the roof. I was like, they're gonna kill him, and it's gonna be Wilson. I knew it, and I looked at Nathan. And I went, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And he went, "I know, right?" And I was just like, oh, of course. I feel there was a way better way to do this. Well, and even with the subverting your endings like, if you wanted to keep that ending, I feel like there was a way better way to do it than he kills everyone, and then she's like, let's parlay, and he's like, all right.
I think if
I keep the hotel.
Me and my dad were talking about it after, and he said that he thought this was going to be the last one.
That's what I had heard.
Yeah, so I think everyone heard that.
I assumed they were going to conclude the whole story.
Yeah. I think this makes too much money now. I don't think it's in the
ending of the ending of the film. I will agree. It felt really cheap, really rushed to the point where it's like, yeah, you know, you're coming back for a fourth one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suck it up, bitch.
Although I will say, all of the acting was pretty great, and I will say, everyone who did the acting, it looked good. Or whoever did the fucking choreography, most of it looked good, except for the final one. Him and the other Jap dude doing the sword fight was a little weird. It was a little fucky. It wasn't. It didn't flow right on screen. It was edited a bit weird, and they had a whole bunch of times where they were animating bullshitting.
Yeah.
He disappeared into the shadows and appeared behind him, and I'm like, the fuck? This isn't one of my Japanese animes. What the fuck is this? But other than that, it's just, it feels mediocre compared to the other two.
Okay.
And disappointing is the best word I have for it, in my opinion.
You are in a minority. I have not heard anyone.
I know. I'm in a minority.
I think if nothing else, that was very informative.
Yeah.
I don't know. The way I think about it is they are on a slippery slope. If the writer and director and all of them, they're on a slippery slope.
I definitely think they're going to conclude.
Although I'm very glad they they still have, what's his name?
Lawrence Fishburne?
Yeah, dude, he's so good in this.
Dude.
He needs to play more characters like that.
Just somebody who's just like
crazy.
Yes, I loved it.
He's great.
Well, I do agree. I don't want to take up too much more time on this, but
yeah, me neither.
Like what? Because I did hear that it was never confirmed that this was the last one, but it was always kind of like.
Well, they confirmed earlier that they were gonna make a lot of spin-offs after the third movie. And so
Keanu's getting old.
Yeah. Well, what they said is they'll keep making them as long as people keep enjoying them. And so, but I think that was something that they said. But I think, though, that they are going to try and conclude it on the fourth one, because what somebody had told me, this was like a month ago, they were saying that the plot line is John Wick is excommunicado, and he's like, okay, well, I'm excommunicado by the high table, meaning that logically, I have to kill the high table.
Yeah, you see, I feel
that's what the next one is going to be. That's what this should have been.
That's what this one. It should have been a trilogy. It should have been a trilogy.
Yeah.
I'm saying this one should have been. Not that I didn't enjoy it, but I feel like it would have been better to end it after 3. I'm still gonna go see the fourth one. I'm probably gonna enjoy it. Yeah. But to me, it just feels like it would have been logically better. It feels like this is a little bit of an aside, almost. Like
it feels like a side. It feels like a side quest.
Yeah, because all the stuff that's happened in it,
a lot of it is and that's like another thing. Is like that half of the movie where Halle Berry and her dogs are killing everyone. Like that was good. That was good. I would prefer to see her own movie. I don't want to see her in a John Wick movie. I want to see John Wick do stuff. I wish it was more. He was more motivated to do stuff. His motivation was, I need her to do something for me so I can do something that doesn't make a lot of sense. And then they go off and do a thing, and then Braun's there, and I got mad.
It was so weird. Was he trying to be Spanish?
I have no idea. It was an odd
cameo.
casting choice.
It was. I mean,
I did like it though.
I think
I don't think I liked it.
Great as a slimy greaseball kind of guy.
He is a slimy greaseball.
He's good at playing. Is that? But it was odd seeing him there.
Yeah, I think everyone in my theater, I heard like 3 people go, Braun.
Where's Peter?
Tywin Lannister. What? No.
But can't we say that first fight when he's just like throwing knives into dudes?
Yeah, that was good. That was John Wick 2 good.
Oh my gosh, I loved that. That was so flippin' cool.
But like that's another thing is like I can just watch the fight, like the scene under Rome for like hours.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. But I don't think I want to ever see that armor scene again ever.
No.
It was such a weak finale. And I don't want to see that him fighting the Japs dudes in the glass room. You know, I'm just like I don't want to see the movie again.
Okay.
Once again, I don't want to see the movie again.
All right. Well,
I see what you said.
All right.
I disagree,
Next.
but
yeah, same.
yeah.
Next
But
meme.
What's on
Okay,
the
this is
memes?
more news. The Nilfgaardian armor for the Witcher series. You guys see it?
Yes.
Yeah, we
I
got a
see the
picture of it
memes.
right here. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so wrinkly. Looks like an old man's ass. Ooh. That movie, that it's gonna be ass. No matter what they do now, it's gonna be garbage. Just look at the effort put into it. What is that? What is
It looks
that?
like they just took tinfoil. They had the intern on the costume design,
Oh my
and he just took
god,
tinfoil
I
and
think
stapled it.
the worst part's the helmet.
It looks so
dude! I
The
can't
helmet's-
tell what's worse. You know, I like the sword's bad, but they look like goobers. Like,
They
look
do.
at the shoes. The shoes are pointed up.
They're the putty patrol.
Oh my god, the putty patrol.
We'll put the image in the description.
Yeah,
in
hell,
the
I'll put it
video.
in the video. Yeah, that
Yes,
was fucking.
just linger on it for a couple seconds. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, next.
It's beautiful.
Hunter,
I
I'm not sure if you've seen this, but the deleted Captain Marvel scene.
No, I didn't get to watch that.
Okay, here, I'll link it to you. You watch it. Oh wait,
I
it's
see
already
it
linked to
here.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You watch it. We're gonna talk about it. So there's two ones that have been released, and the first one it just proves that there's such terrible writing in that movie. But the second one makes her out to be a villain, and it's fucking hilarious.
I got 7 seconds in. I'm not gonna finish it. I don't feel like.
Oh no, you gotta skip to
watching
the
it.
second. Skip to the second deleted scene.
Where's
It's
that?
like 1 minute exactly. So yeah, that movie's kind of a clusterfuck. And I guess that movie was saved in the edit room, because if they kept those in the movie, oh my god. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. No.
Oh, it's just so cringy.
terrible.
I can't.
Ugh.
Anyways, we've got The Dark Crystal. Apparently, Netflix is making a Dark Crystal sequel. These people don't know anything, so we're not going to talk about it.
I watched Godzilla.
Oh yeah, Godzilla.
Dude,
Talk
I'm
about
gonna go see
Godzilla.
it Saturday. Just I don't even. Is it good though? Is it good? No.
Okay, I gotta ask a couple questions here.
Ooh.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer cheesy, goofy, fun Godzilla, or more kind of more of a serious film about, you know, are you serious Godzilla or goofy Godzilla? What do you prefer?
I can appreciate either one if it's done well.
Depends.
Okay.
You're gonna
Which
tell me
one's
they
this
attempted
movie?
both and did not do well on either.
So this movie, I do not think this movie's gonna do well at the box office.
No.
And I don't think this movie is gonna convert any Americans that aren't Godzilla fans to being Godzilla fans.
Yeah.
I don't think it did that job well. And but that being said, I did have fun. I did
That's all
have
I
a
wanna know.
a goofy amount of fun, and this is cheesy Godzilla. So
It is? Okay.
when you're
that's
watching
fine.
this, don't expect 2014 Godzilla. Don't
That's good.
expect serious, 1954 Godzilla. This is come in with a thick level of ready
Just
for a
get ready
thick
to-
level of Godzilla cheese.
So they
just
listen.
wanna have
They
fun.
listen to the 2014 Godzilla critics.
I guess they did.
It's too
Sort of,
serious.
but
Oh, interesting.
it's I don't know. There's points where there's jokes that don't land.
okay.
At points it's bad, but if you want to see good monster fights, there's some great just mayhem and stuff, but there's some problems, and it's hard for me to go into the problems without going to spoilers.
And stuff. Okay.
But
That's
I will
fair.
say, if you like seeing monsters fight and you can tolerate some cheese and some bad lines and jokes,
Okay.
you probably will at least have some fun with them. It's
Alright,
definitely
well.
not one of my favorite Godzillas.
Oh,
And I've seen all 30. I would put it in like
there's 30?
there's 30. Yeah.
I thought there was more actually.
Yeah.
I would put it in the middle. Even
Okay.
I don't know. I like
What about
2014
Godzilla Final
better.
Wars?
It's
Where's that at?
probably I like Final Wars better.
Dude, I love Final Wars. How can you ever beat Final Wars? How long is Final Wars?
I don't know.
It's like 3 hours.
It's infinite.
It never ends.
It's
it feels
the
like.
final war, dude. It'll never
Dude,
end.
it's great. Every single monster fight in that is the final climax of the film.
Every single one.
Every single one. And there's like 50 of them, and there's aliens.
Yeah.
God.
I know a little bit about a Godzilla lore. Just the tiniest, easiest bit.
I don't think you should see that in theater, Duffy.
Oh, really?
Brendan's not
I don't
gonna
think you
like it.
should see that in Brendan.
You see, but the thing
I'd
is,
ask
I
you,
love
Duffy.
Is it?
cheese.
But it looks beautiful.
Okay, hold on.
right?
Here's the
It
thing.
looks
Here's the
really
thing.
good.
If you
I'm
could
just
rate
gonna
it,
IMAX.
if you could rate it on my 7.0 action film list, and you know about half of that film list, I know you do.
Uh-huh.
Would you put it on there?
I don't know, because I think there's certain things about the movie that I know will piss you off,
Oh god.
and I think you would be like seeing that in theaters. It would make your experience
Oh,
worse.
speaking of that, I saw
But-
Us.
If you saw it at
Oh, you saw
home,
Us
you
finally?
probably would like it more.
Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait until it comes out at home then.
But
yeah,
the
I did
visuals
see.
did look nice.
I did see Us actually.
What'd you think?
It wasn't scary, really.
No, it's not
No.
that.
Yeah, the trailer's scarier than the whole movie, and
Yeah.
that's the only reason I didn't see is I thought it was gonna be a scary movie. No, it's just kind of like a thriller.
Yeah,
It's
just a home invasion film.
yeah, it was all right. It was nothing
Yeah.
special.
It's solid. I mean, it's a
solid.
film that works. That's the main thing. Out of the
Yeah.
films that don't work, it's a film that works.
Yeah, you know, I can agree with that. It works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I especially like the end, not the end credit scene, but the end scene where you see all the guys holding hands across America.
Yeah.
That was just
I like
fucking. I liked it. I don't think I'll watch it again ever though. It was just kind of like a
that's
once.
the same as what I said.
Yeah,
It was
you
just a
don't need to
once
watch it
upon a
again.
time, not a once upon a time, but like a one viewing. I'm
One
glad I
viewing.
watched it though. I really liked it. Although now you know what I've got stuck in my head? That fucking
What?
song, dude. They put that song on like
what, the
every
Beach Boys?
30 minutes. No. I got 5 on it. But the creepy
Oh,
version,
yeah.
so you say it all
I
slow and
loved it.
low. I got 5 on it. Dude,
Yeah,
I was
dude.
I was terrorizing people with that. Nathan couldn't stand me because I watched it right before I hung out with him, and I just kept singing it. And he's like, "I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna." It's such a like you're just sitting there and you're like, it's such a thing to say. You're like, I got 5 on it. You just hum it to yourself. You don't even realize it, and I hate it. Other than that, I liked it. It was good. Yeah, go ahead.
Do we want to talk about the stuff that happened today? Have you guys paid attention?
What happened today?
Yeah, tell
Did I
me.
miss something?
The new trailer that dropped?
Swamp Thing?
No.
Rambo?
Yes, Rambo.
Oh, you mean the one with the best song ever?
So-
Old Town
that
Road.
I hate that song of the burning
Dude,
Paradise.
have you seen it,
So do
Stefan? Have
I.
you seen the trailer?
Yes.
Oh, it's so
Oh.
goofy. I love
They
it.
played it at Godzilla.
Oh, really? They did? Awesome. Good for them.
But it was I don't know. I like the first not Godzilla. I like the first Rambo so much.
There's,
And maybe
yeah.
the rest of the franchise it just
It's
I
pretty
Well,
haven't
all right,
really-
hold on. The thing with the Rambo franchise is so the first movie is based off a book that's a really good book and a really good movie that has theme and plot and stuff. In the second movie, we're killing Vietnamese, dirty goddamn motherfucking jungle peoples who are terrorizing those POWs. In the third movie, goddamn Russians. God damn it. And then the fourth movie, which we're not going to talk about.
Wait, it's Philippines,
CGI blood.
right?
Huh?
Yeah.
They're killing Filipinos, right?
The fourth movie? I don't
Yeah.
remember. I think it's
I just
Thailand.
remember he disembowels some dude.
Oh, dude, that
That's the
movie's
only cool
that.
part.
I don't ever want to see that fourth movie again. I was like, oh, dude, I haven't seen this one forever. And I actually, this is a funny story. I went to torrent all 4 of them, and they were all out of order. The funniest way to watch a movie series ever is if it didn't have anything connecting them and it was out of order. So the first movie was the 4th one, The second one was the third one. The third one was the second one, and the first one was the fourth one was the first one. It was all out of order, and it was fantastic. Except I had to watch the fourth movie, which that movie's not fantastic. But I do love First Blood. First Blood is a movie you have to watch.
Well, First Blood has a great payoff. Just
Yeah.
the whole movie. That's like a drama if you think about it, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's not even an action movie. It's a historical drama. Historical fantasy drama or historical fictional drama. But it's really good.
And I occasionally do my Sylvester Stallone impression to his ending monologue.
Yeah.
What is
I'm
it?
trying to put the pieces back together.
God, dude. That poor guy. I say poor guy, but I mean, he's rich, but he still
He's making a lot
talks
of money.
fucked.
I can understand him.
Trying
in
to put the
trailer.
pieces back
When he's
together.
doing the monologue, I'm like, what the hell is he even fucking saying?
I love that.
But
I
you can
love
feel
him.
the emotion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a,
He's a
that's
really
the funny
underrated
thing. Yeah, he's a good actor. It's just you can't understand what the fuck he's saying.
actor. No.
You need subtitles.
I am the law. I got that one.
Yeah.
The true.
How would
Judge
you
Dredd.
say his acting is in Spy Kids 3?
Yes, that's his peak.
That's his peak.
That's the peak, dude. How many
Somebody
characters
ring the
did he
dingster.
play? He was like 6 different Sylvester Stallones. There was
Yes.
hippie Stallone. There was just Rambo.
Science. Yeah, there was
Yeah.
the military commander. There was his normal one. There was President
Oh.
Stallone.
That's right. Yeah.
God
Gosh.
bless his soul.
Spy Kids.
Swamp Thing?
I didn't watch that trailer.
No. Now we
Big
have a
Swamp
swamp.
Thing
We have
fan?
a Swamp Thing expert here with us
We do.
today. How like on a scale of 1 to that Swamp Thing, how was the trailer?
I mean, I don't think it's a good trailer.
Oh, it's a
But
god
it
awful
shows-
trailer.
It shows everything that I know about Swamp Thing, and it convinced me as a fan to
Swamp
see it anyway. So I'll be there.
I don't think
I-
I'll
I'm
touch
actually-
this movie with a 10-foot pole.
I'm subscribing to DC All Access for like a month
Just
so
for
I can
that.
watch all of Swamp Thing, and I'm gonna unsubscribe.
Is
Are
it
you
a
gonna watch Teen
series? I thought it
Titans?
was a movie.
It's a series.
No, it's a series.
Oh,
Dude, DC has
that
like
explains so
700
much.
things.
I was like, there is so much happening here for a movie. And it's
I
like,
hear that
it didn't give a release. I was so confused by that trailer. I'm being
well,
honest.
I hear Titans is bad, but I
Oh,
hear Doom
Titans is
Patrol
bad.
on.
Doom Patrol is actually not bad.
Doom?
Yeah, I hear that's really good.
Did you say
Got,
Doom Patrol?
What's his name? Brendan
Yeah.
Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
What?
Yeah, he's back.
What the fuck's
Turns out
Doom
super loud.
Patrol? What? This
I don't
sounds
know.
amazing.
It sounds cool.
It's supposed to be like hilarious.
I think it's
hilarious.
like Suicide Squad. It's literally like
Superhero
Suicide
team
Squad.
appearing in public. Well, that doesn't tell me anything. God damn it.
I don't know, but there's
But-
like 700 different DC shows.
I'm watching. I'm not a big
The
superhero
first Doom
fan.
Patrol consisted of superpowered misfits whose gifts caused them alienation and trauma. Oh my god.
It's just X-Men. It's just the
But
X-Men.
The chief
Swamp Thing-
robot man.
Swamp Thing's got my money.
Elastigirl, Man.
Okay, well, what about Man-Thing?
No, we don't talk about that shit.
Isn't Man-Thing Marvel? Isn't that Marvel's?
Oh my god.
Swamp
What is
Thing?
this?
It's their blatant Swamp Thing ripoff.
Yeah, I love that. Wait, which came first?
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing was first?
Yeah,
Alan Tudyk? Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
Yeah,
What?
it's
Yeah,
supposed to
it's-
be really good.
I've heard
Timothy
of good things
Dalton?
about it.
I
It
don't
doesn't
know
have a
anyone
high
else
budget,
is.
but apparently
Yeah,
it's
literally,
not
I like
bad.
this. This is the only thing it tells me. The adventures of an idealistic mad scientist and his field team of superpowered outcasts.
Sounds about right.
It's very popular though, so it must be great. I
Oh,
don't
there was
know.
one other thing that happened today.
What?
The Call of Duty Modern Warfare trailer dropped today.
I didn't see it
Really?
yet. Let's
Is it a
see
reboot?
No, it's the
It-
fourth
Yeah.
game.
The only reason they're calling it Modern Warfare is because the other one is technically called Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Well, I tried
So-
to tell Nathan that. I'm like, did you hear Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 is coming out? And he's like, you mean the one that they remastered? I'm like, no, that was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. This is Call of
Yeah.
Duty Modern Warfare 4.
No, but it's not. There's no.
Wait,
4
is
on there.
Captain Price here?
Captain
Oh,
Price
shit.
is back in it.
Is it a story?
There is gonna be a story.
Is there actually story instead of Black Ops 3 where they just stripped it out
Yeah.
for Battle Royale?
All right,
Well, no,
let's
that's
see.
Black Ops 4.
Is there
but they
talking?
did
Because
the
I
same
haven't
thing.
muted right now. I didn't want to.
Yeah, there's talking.
Oh,
Price
fuck.
talks. It's the trailer. I mean, it just looks like Modern Warfare. Like It
Is there
doesn't
any
look bad.
gameplay?
There's no like first person gameplay.
Yeah, there's
that
no
they
like.
show. They usually show that at E3, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Apparently, there's gonna be no season pass, but that just means microtransactions.
I love this comment. All right, XXX underscore pro sniper 1337 underscore XX. After almost a decade, it's my turn to do your mom.
That's pretty good. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Oh, this is another good one. Price. Bravo 6 going dark. We're in the end game now. Oh my god.
That's awesome. I mean, I just brought it up just because it's all over on YouTube now. I've seen it like 6 times trying to watch videos today.
Oh,
And,
oh my god.
I mean,
you
know, what are you gonna do?
now?
Okay,
I
I'm
can't
probably
get
gonna
over
buy this
that.
one.
Really?
Price. I just like Price, to be honest. Just
I don't know. I haven't bought a Call of Duty in years.
that's good for you, man.
Let's see what the
None of
last
them
one
are
I
good.
own is.
Good on you.
I think it's Black Ops 3 because we played it together.
Oh
That was
yeah, I
awesome.
meant one that I actually liked. I think the last one I actually liked was Modern Warfare 3. What came
It
after?
probably
No, Black
was.
Ops 2. I do kind of like
Oh, yeah,
Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2 is fun.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's goofy. That's what it
It
is.
is.
It's kind of goofy. It's
But,
a little
I mean-
experimental, which is weird to say while saying Call of Duty. But
Yeah.
hell, I never even played really anything. Well, I guess I did play a little bit of Call of Duty 3 or Black Ops 3, but I hate that game, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, they haven't gotten any better. They like.
Well,
especially
I
Black Ops
refuse to
4.
play World War II or whatever it's called because the
Dude, it's
Germans uses
garbage.
PPSHs
Well, also
on
there's
Normandy Beach, and like that that requires such a flustercuck of fucking
and there's
knowledge that you
there's
couldn't
no
even.
Japanese. There's no Pacific theater.
I wish I kind of wish one
There's
day.
there's not even an Eastern Front.
I kind of wish
What the
one day.
fuck?
Well, you do know that the first 3 games didn't have an. Well, I guess actually that's a lie. Call of Duty 1 and 2
No.
had an Eastern Front.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to install
Yeah.
those games. Steam, fuck off. I don't
World
know.
at War was the first
I
one
do
to
wish-
introduce Pacific theater, and it was fucking awesome.
I don't know. Pacific. Here's what I wish. I wish one day they'll have a Chinese one, because I bet you that'd be crazy.
That would be.
I don't even care if they are all English people speaking with bad accents. I'd still love to see one from the Chinese point of view, or anywhere else in the Pacific. Because, you know, with American Pacific, it's like, you go to island, kill them. Great. That's 5 months of work. Next island. And you're like, oh, this is
That's all it
fun.
was.
And you die.
Yeah. And then you drop a couple bombs.
Yeah, and then bada bing,
Cool.
bada bang. Bada bing, bada bang. War crime's over. Wheelchair dead. All good.
That's exactly it.
I don't know. I don't know. It's
mean,
weird with games. I can't.
I'm gonna pay attention to it.
Oh wait, Death Stranding.
Dude, how long is it's like an 8 or 9 minute long trailer.
I think it's about 6 minutes, and it's
I'm
all
so
directed.
hyped.
It's all edited by Kojima. Did you see that?
It is. Oh,
Yeah.
Of course it is.
And did you get the theme?
don't-
Because if you didn't, you're kind of retarded.
it's all about connection, dude.
It's all about connections. We're
Yeah,
gonna
get
bridge the
connected.
gap between America. I'm glad
And
I
literally-
I'm glad I need a Japanese man to tell me how to bridge the gap in a country he doesn't live
That's
in.
right.
And the last shot, just in case you didn't figure it out, is Mads Mikkelsen talking to you, the baby, and he's like, "It's all about bridging America.
Well, I'm
We
glad.
all gotta be together."
I'm glad now because what they'd released previously, everything was so like all
So
over the place.
cryptic.
You had
So
no
cryptic.
idea what was happening, and so
Yeah.
now we get it. There's a real world. There's the Bridges world, and then there's like hell, or what do they call it, Hades realm,
Hades, yeah.
where it's never-ending battle
Dude, that
and
looks fucking cool, though.
war and stuff.
Yeah.
Which would make sense because you know
There was
he's
that
very
Mark I.
anti-war.
Yeah.
It looks good. I'm excited.
I
I'll play
loved
it.
that bit of gameplay that was just like
Him
you know,
running
all
and
the cool
beating the
s-
shit out of
just
people.
running in a field. There's three
Dude, it was
dudes
just-
chasing
yeah,
him.
it just became
I'm like,
Mad Max, and I'm like, oh my god,
It's
he's
not
done
even
it.
Mad Max. That's when it became a game. Then I'm like, oh, this is a video game here.
That's
because
what a
it's
lot
just
of
one
people
dude.
said. People were
a
scared this
suit.
wasn't gonna be a game.
I just liked it because it's just kind of goofy because it's like it's just him running in a field with 3 yellow suited dudes from Monsters fucking Inc. just chasing after his ass with batons. But I did like when he picked up the crate and like.
Oh yeah, it looks good. I mean, hell, the melee combat in MGS5 looked fucking amazing. For
Oh,
some
yeah.
reason, you know,
Yeah,
there's
this
a
game-
lot of things in his games that just look I mean, he's a very detailed creator, you know. So when he makes something, it's detailed. But I've got a feeling that I'll probably like this game. I won't like the theme, as I've already made fun of so far.
Yeah, I don't think.
In fact, I don't actually. He's kind of overbearing with them in his games.
Yeah, that's just
They
the
say
way he
kind
writes.
of. He's very overbearing with his with his themes.
He likes to have long,
Dedicated talks to things that didn't need that
Monologues.
long of a talk.
A 12-minute.
He goes really in depth. He's just like,
I was a soldier in Mozambique. And like 12 minutes later, all you've learned is he's a soldier in Mozambique and he killed people. Wow, fantastic. Yeah, no, really what saves his game is David Hayter.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. He actually has pretty good writing. But I'm excited. It has gameplay now. Wow.
Yeah.
It's got
I'm
motorcycles.
excited. It looks like it's like what's it called? Link, Zelda Breath of the Wild, where it's just kind
yeah,
of like
the climbing mechanics.
yeah, I'm like that. I like that. I like this idea that it's just like it's gonna be just an open area and you have a ton of tools and you figure out how you want to use them.
Yeah.
You see, there's been a theory going around, and I'll share it with you guys now, that this will be an always online game, and I was kind of fishy of when he placed down that ladder and he didn't pick it back up. I was like, I thought they were referencing that like you can use things to get around and you can leave them there for other people, kind of like Dark Souls, you know, that, like you can see people and you can interact with them kind of, but kind of not. And because people have been saying that like this game has blown them away, and what we've seen so far isn't really like blowing us away. But to be fair, he's also a very secretive man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, hell, people didn't know Raiden was the main character of MGS2 until they fucking played it. Oh, spoilers, Hunter.
It's taken, what, 3 years for us to find out that it's like
a game?
that there is a game. That
Fair.
you get to move a guy around.
Why?
And it's not just him sitting on a beach crying naked holding a baby.
I have a question. Why is the director of Drive an actor in his game? And why is Guillermo del Toro an actor?
Dude, I love
He's actually friends with Guillermo del Toro. Did you not know that, like, Hideo Kojima has a lot of friends in Hollywood.
I know, but it's like, do they have any
Did you say the
acting
director
experience?
of Drive was in that?
Yeah, what's his
Nicholas Winding Refn?
Yeah, he directed Drive and like Bronson and
Neon
a
Demon.
bunch of hipstery weird ass movies.
Yeah,
like,
he did. Yeah, he plays Hartman.
I don't know why he's there, but we'll see what that
Alright.
means. Why? I don't know.
Bronson. Huh.
That is odd.
He has
I'm
no
excited.
acting credits, so.
I mean,
Oh no, he's in his own movies.
okay, well, you know, gotta put yourself.
I'm excited. I'm buying it day
Imagine.
one.
Oh yeah, November. I'm surprised that it's actually coming out on this generation.
Well, that was he I think it'll be one of those games that kind of gets screwed by that. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. It is gonna get killed by that.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I don't think the PS5 can really have anything that'll make the game look any better per se. I mean, it could
What do you
because a lot of the PlayStation 4 is very. I mean, it's even Bloodborne.
It's ancient now.
You know, like Dark Souls 1 looks better than Bloodborne in some places, and that's the original without
Yeah.
DirectX on it. You know.
Do you think it'll be 60
No.
on Death Stranding?
No.
It'll be 30.
God no. It'll never be
Okay.
60, dude. It'll be a nice cinematic one.
Oh, on a PlayStation. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm just
One
fucking with you.
frame.
It'll be 30.
It'll be locked at 30.
There's no way it could get up to 60. We've seen the gameplay of it, dude. I've seen those grass. I can see the grass. If I can see the grass from my monitor,
Yeah.
that's definitely gonna be maybe a 60 on my PC. Maybe. God forbid what it's gonna look like on the PlayStation, especially on my old one. On a Pro, it might get 30. Mine's probably gonna get maybe
Chuck.
10.
4. Sam, get it? He's Uncle Sam. He's gonna save America.
Yeah.
That'll be mentioned in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, you know it will.
I mean,
he's
I
all
like
for
Norman
his
Reedus.
metaphor. Oh, dude, I love Norman
And,
Reedus. I just wish he would stop being in Walking Dead.
I know.
I don't-
He needs other work.
Yeah.
But-
Anything else?
Let me double check.
I'm trying to think, what else has happened this week? Anything else cool? E3's, I guess, in what, 2
Let's
weeks?
see. Dark Crystal mentioned.
Yeah.
Rambo mentioned. Deleted Scene mentioned. Nilfgaard, John, Death, Godzilla, Swamp Thing. That's about it.
Ma looks weird.
Oh, the shark movie?
No, Ma.
Oh, what do you mean?
I'll probably see it.
Yeah, I want to go see it.
Oh, you mean the
Yeah.
one with
Totally
like the
wanna see
black
it.
girl being their
With
mom?
Octavia Spencer.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't wait.
And she's like, "You invited me to my party."
Yeah.
I guess.
Ah.
I don't know. Oh, Star Trek Picard. Picard's getting his own series back if he lives long enough.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, Crawl though, dude. I can't wait for Crawl. Yeah, that alligator movie.
oh God.
Yeah.
Sam
Oh
Raimi's
my
an executive
God.
producer. Dude, I'm gonna see it day
Oh,
one.
that movie looked so bad. I was laughing in theaters. I was
Can't
losing
wait.
my shit when I saw it. I was like, this isn't real. This is not real. And then I saw Sam Raimi, and I'm like, this is real, isn't it? He's not even fucking with us this time. He's bringing
He
out
doesn't-
his big balls.
He is.
Nah, he probably didn't even have any. He probably heard it, and he's like, they're trapped
like-
in a cellar with crocodiles during Hurricane Katrina. He's like, make it.
Yeah, no, that's probably it.
They probably made it,
Chucky.
and he's like, what have I done?
Oh, we've already talked about Chucky.
I'm excited for
I
Chucky.
can't wait. Fucking Mark
Although
Hamill doing the voice.
once again, I have nothing against Aubrey Plaza, but she is not a mom. Like, no matter how old she gets, she is not a mom. How old is she?
I don't know.
I think she's like in her early 30s.
84. She's not a mom. She's just not a mom.
I don't know. There's teen moms. I can believe it.
Not
I'm
her.
okay with it.
I can't see her as a mom. It bothers me every time I see it. Maybe it's because of every other show I've seen her in is like
Yeah.
Dirty Grandpa, Parks and Rec. Apparently she was in Castle. Maybe I need to rewatch that. Little Hours, fucking Ingrid Goes West. You're just like,
Scott Pilgrim.
yeah, Legion. Oh, that she was actually pretty good in that. I gotta finish. Well, I guess they canceled it, so I guess I don't have to.
They did?
Yeah. What
I've
don't
seen
they
pretty
cancel
much.
anymore? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna get canceled tomorrow.
Oh, dude,
Well,
are you
that's
ready
the
to get
podcast.
canceled tomorrow? Oh,
They're gonna put me
Terminator.
down.
I think we already talked about Terminator,
Did we?
didn't we?
Or you guys did? You
Oh,
guys
yeah.
might have.
You have anything to talk about on Godzilla? Didn't think so. Next.
I gave a little review.
Oh no. Aladdin? Anybody going to see Aladdin?
Hell yeah, dude! It's gonna be the best Disney.
You know what?
When does?
I don't think I'll be going to theaters anytime soon. Actually.
Oh, did you hear? Sonic got delayed.
Yeah, I told you it'd get delayed.
February. They could, dude.
I
They just
predicted
coulda locked
that.
the
And
door to
nobody
the.
listened
They
to
just
that.
could have locked the door to the office from the
Oh
outside.
wait, Shaft. I gotta go to Shaft.
Dude, yeah. What is that? June 14th?
How the fuck did you know that?
I think
What do
you're
you
on the dot.
I think
there.
he's on IMDb right now,
I'm
looking
not.
at what
I'm
I'm
just
looking.
staring at the Discord thing. I've just
That's
been paying
scary.
attention to it. I can't wait.
Oh, I guess Anna. Anna looks kind of good.
Oh,
by
yeah. It's just
yeah.
John Wick female.
Except it's by an actual like Luke Besson.
I don't know
He's
who
done
that
some
is.
good stuff. Fifth Element, Leon, Lucy,
Oh.
Nikita, the original, not the TV show. He's a French guy.
Okay.
Oh, he also did Valerian and The Family. I've actually seen a lot of his movies. I do not know why. This is kind of weird going through all of these. It's weird. I don't suggest watching it unless you're like the biggest what's his name? The Bull. Raging Bull. What's his name? Oh my god. Raging
De
Bull.
Niro?
What's his name? No, the guy who was in Raging Bull. De Niro, yeah, Robert De Niro.
Oh.
Unless you're the biggest of his fan, don't watch The Family. It's just bad. But I'm excited for that movie. Looks kind of good. Annabelle, you going to see that, guys?
No.
I am. I like Annabelle.
Really?
I like those movies. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They're one of my guilty pleasures. The Conjuring franchise.
Spider-Man, Midsommar.
Oh, Midsommar. I can't wait for that.
Midsommar, and then yeah. Oh, Hobbs and Shaw. Did you guys see that trailer?
Dude.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? I
I'm
I
so
fucking hate that movie. And it apparently they're just gonna be tribals and fight.
I can't wait.
That movie's gonna be
Going
so
in
long.
old
That's gonna be their end game. Dude, how long is that movie? It
I
won't
don't know,
tell us,
but
dude.
They showed
It's
the
gonna be
entire...
like they did. They did. It's just wait. Fast and Furious 9 pre-production.
Why,
It's coming.
I don't even know why you'd even watch Hobbs and Shaw. Like that trailer
What do you
just
mean?
it
Oh,
spoiled
it's
everything.
terrible, dude. There's no reason to watch it.
There's,
God, it's gonna be
There's-
so bad.
dude, I want to watch it just so I can go.
It-
Hey, it's that part of the trailer.
If it was
Yeah.
almost self-aware, I'd like it better.
I don't. Is it self-aware or is it not? I can't tell.
I know that's the same thing. Like, just listen to this. Listen to this description. Tell me if I'm talking about Fast and the Furious or Blade Runner 3. Lawman Luke Hubbs and outcast Deckard Shaw form an unlikely alliance when a cybergenetically enhanced villain threatens the future of humanity. What is this?
Yes.
This isn't Fast and the Furious. This is Rambo 5. This is... You know what this is? This is Terminator. Cybergenetically? What does that mean? A cybergenetically? How can you be a cybergenetically enhanced? You can't be... You gotta be either or, I guess. You can't be... You can't have them done at the... What the fuck?
Dude, I can't wait.
Or the iconic line, I'm Black Superman.
That's right. He is Black Superman.
That's gonna be something. You know how all those people do those podcasts where they watch a movie and they talk about how bad it is? They'll be doing that in theaters.
Yeah.
They'll have specific theaters for it.
Did you like my Idris Elba impression there?
That was. It was not bad.
It almost needs to be a little bit more British. That's what I'll say.
Okay, I'll work on it.
Yeah, work on it. But other than that, I think I'm done watching movies for years. I'm gonna go read the entire Dune series.
I feel like that's what's killing movies for you is Dune, man.
I don't think so. I think movies just kill themselves in front of me, and I'm getting sick of watching it. You know, it's kind of like when people become like used to dead bodies. They're just like, oh, it's just a dead body, you know. And for me, it's just like, oh, it's just a dead movie. What do I care? You know, I'm just gonna go read this book. I don't know. And I think I need to take a break from movies. That's what it is.
I do think that movies, in terms of like quality, and I guess in terms of like story and stuff like that, and just overall being good, have just gone down through the past couple of years.
Well, I mean, it's what happens when you have a fucking clusterfuck of everybody knowing each other and getting everyone jobs. You're just gonna have that. You know, it's exactly like France before they removed. How would you say that? They re-headed the government, or I'm not sure how you'd say that, but you know, it's exactly like that. Back when the nobles knew everyone, you'd be like, oh man, my cousin from down in Orleans needs a job in Paris, dude. You know someone? He's like, yeah, I got this job, like Department of Ministry or some shit. And he's like, yeah, just give him that. That's what it becomes, you know? It's just people like, oh, dude, I got this buddy. He worked his ass off because his parents paid for this college in New York that lets you write movies. Can he write your next movie? It's a big movie. What's its name? Fast and the Furious? He can do it. Anybody can do a Fast and the Furious movie. He's like, I guess. And it's in space now. Thanks.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Well, I think that's us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah, thanks. I love how we stopped talking and the Discord message came through.
Yeah.
All right.
I was waiting too. I was like,
all right.
When's the best time for me to put this?
Yeah, Stefan, you need to go to bed.